What's up, everybody? It's Adam here at Apache Village in Hazelwood, Missouri. Coming to you with a brand new 2027 24 MLE Jayco Eagle SLE. They made a few changes on these guys. So without further ado, let's dive right into them. So first things first, graphics. Changed our exterior graphics, no longer white and blacks like we've used in the past. So this is more of a champagne with a gold with a black line through it. They changed their Eagle decal up there on the top of it as well. So it's a really sharp looking camper now. I'm not saying my old one, my 2026s look bad. It's just, you know, it's a good clean look on these guys now. So new LED lights on the front end. Then we got same storage compartment that's down here in the basement. Nothing changed there. But then coming over on the side here, a couple things have changed. This switch here, I'll do this. I'm gonna run this down here. I don't know if we can see it, but on the termination pipe there, the orange light. So we added a light switch for them, the dump valve, so when we're dumping at night, we can actually go through and see it there. Then inside here, we went back to the battery disconnect. Then they put in a big 50 amp or 120 amp breaker up there by the battery, so I can turn this off and turn that off, so that way I can change and shut off all the power coming to the coach, along with, like, I can have this on, or off I should say, this off, and then have the one in the front on, and it'll still charge my battery. So it allows you to be able to do that. But if you want to have everything disconnected, turn this one off, turn the one off up front, all the power gets shut off. So it's really cool that they were able to do that. This switch here is going to be for your jacks now, so we run these up and down from there. So we put the switch inside here. Then what they changed, you hear us talk about the Nuvo H2O system in our North Points, our Eagles, and our Pinnacles. We went to the Nuvo H2O system inside of our Eagle SLEs, but we're only doing the one canister because we didn't want to add all that extra money into it. So, but you can add the 3, as you can see. But that's one thing that Jayco wanted to do, is get this to be like their regular Eagles, like their North Points and their Pinnacles. So that's why we added that. But then also, if you notice, this is a heat duct. We can open this guy up, so now I have heat coming down into this compartment, so if I am camping in the wintertime, it's going to be nice and warm inside here. But also, one thing I'm going to point out here is I'm going to look at the floor here. So if you look at this here, right here on this seam, that's actually your seam for your tongue and groove plywood floor. So this is 5/8 tongue and groove plywood floor that's all screwed down and glued down into our aluminum floor joists. And where Jayco's changing their pin weight is by this stuff up here, because usually if you would take the floor apart on the main, you would see all wood, but up here on the front I do aluminum because I want to lose that pin weight, especially on my lighter weight fifth wheels. So now I'm going through and making it lighter weight, making it just as strong with 2x4s and everything like that, but we are using the aluminum, and you can see, like I said, we're still using that 5/8 tongue groove plywood floor. It's gonna be tough to see this inside here, but let's see if we can get these wires out of the way. There's 5/8 thick plywood floor that's right there. So it's really cool. Same city water, black tank, fresh tank fill here on the outside. Same 60,000 BTU suburban water heater. Big thing we changed, I'm gonna hop underneath the camper and have the slide out. This guy right here. So you hear us talk about this again on my North Points, my Pinnacles, my big high-end stuff, the Moride CRE 3000. Last year, we just had these leaf springs attached to the turnbuckle here, and then that was it. But now, inside of that, you'll actually have a rubber grommet, and that is going to move up and down about 3 inches. And then on each of those bolts, they're all wet bolts. So it keeps that popping and grinding noise and all that good stuff. That keeps it down to a minimum, because I'm actually putting grease fittings on side of those there. Then we have the 6-wheel, our 6-lug aluminum wheels, 225, 75, 15-inch wheels and tires. Same rack and pinion slide system that we've been accustomed to for years on the Jaycos on our big slide outs. Walking back here to the back, nothing's really changed back here. We still have the hook on Lippert ladder, the vent for the microwave. You got the vent there for your kitchen sink. Then you have your tow package down on the bottom, which is going to be 4 flat, 3,000 pound towing, and then also 300 pound tongue weight. Then moving along this side here, I still have my water hookup on the outside. Extend and retract there is going to be for your electric jacks down in the bottom. Low point drains there for your water lines. And then while we're down here, low point drain, that's for your fresh tank. So now they went to the 1.5 inch drain So now there's no longer half-inch pipe, so it drains that pressure tank out really, really, really fast. But then compartment, nothing's changing here. Got the light, then you have your 110 outlet that's there as well. Little crank handle there is going to be for your spare tire. Then we have the awning that starts at the back and runs all the way up through the front. And you see your LED light that's there. But then also they went to a bigger grab handle on the exterior of our 24 MLE. And then you'll have this switch here is going to actually be for the light switch. So you can see the blue light that's on the tire there. So we went to a blue light that's there. So at night, I'm able to actually go through and see the steps, and it's going to illuminate the back of it. Also, we're going to have solar out here. So here's your solar controller, and then you have a 110 outlet here with your TV hookup, and then you have the little mousetrap door that's down here that you can actually go through and run your wires through it, so that way you don't have to close your compartment door on those wires and everything of that sort. So, but yeah, that's going to be it for the outside of this guy. But then, like I said, the main thing that we're going to see, you're going to see all of the graphics on these guys, and they just look super, super slick. So let's go to the inside. All right, 24 MLE. First things first, we changed our radio. So we went to the full MB Quart radio. So it's a Bluetooth controller. We have zone 1, zone 2. Again, zone 1's inside, zone 2's outside. You can have them all on or anything of that sort. So then you have that. Then you're gonna have the MB Quart speakers on the inside. There's one over there, one right up here, and then you'll have your 2 on the outside. So the big difference we'll have in the kitchen now, one is we went to the black stainless steel sink. So again, we're accustomed to seeing that in our North Points and Pinnacles. I know you guys are going to hear me say that quite a bit in this camper because I'm making my Eagle SLE just like my North Point and Pinnacles. You know, I'm just a lot less money because I don't do all the fancy stuff that's in there. But then when you come down here, you got the huge place. Well, we all know what that's for. It's for my trash can. Tons of storage over here on this side. Then on this side, we have our drawers that slide out. So we'll take that, open that guy up, boom, we're ready to go. And I'm gonna get into these drawers here in 1 second because it's gonna be easier for me to show it on this big drawer that's underneath of our stove and oven. So you hear us always talk about 5-sided drawers, wood drawer. This is actually all full finished plywood. So you have 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th side is actually this piece here. It's actually a real wood that's all mortised and tinned together. So this is a cabinet door that's built just like your cabinets that are inside the camper. Big thing that we changed was we went to a dovetail on our drawers and how they're actually built. Where before we would just take this piece of plywood here, shove it up against this piece, and then we'd staple them together. There's nothing wrong with it. It works. It's worked for 40 years. But again, our North Points Pinnacles, we went to a dovetail. Now we're actually dovetailing all of our drawers that are inside of our camper. So this is dovetailed. If there's a drawer that's inside your camper, it's going to be dovetailed. So that drawer that's down there on the bottom, it's going to be dovetailed. Another big change, bigger refrigerator. So this is the 10.8 cubic foot refrigerator freezer. So we got the refrigerator here. We're really going to notice the size difference is here in your freezer. So your freezer is much taller, same depth and everything as we were before, but now that refrigerator freezer is huge. So we went from an 8 cubic foot to a 10.8. So you're getting almost 3 cubic feet extra. Then we're gonna have our 3 recliners. We ordered this way. All 3 of these seats are recliners. So you got your power recliners, or not power, I'm sorry, your pull handles on the corners there, and then you'll have your pull handle for your middle one here. Little cubby holes, 110 outlets on the side behind the refrigerator, and then the big windows in our slide out. So we got that window that'll open, that window that'll open. Then you're gonna have your big pantry. As soon as you open this guy, the light comes on, and then you got 5 shelves that are inside there. So a nice huge pantry that's there. Then you're gonna have storage above your breakfast bar or coffee bar, 110 outlet there on the side, 2 more cabinets down there. Then we notice down here on the floor, heat registers. So now we'll scoot back here, take a look, all the way back. No floor vents. So no longer heat in the floor, but we still are our 5/8 tongue groove plywood floor decking with our 2x3 wood floor joist. It's all screwed down, glued down, and stapled. That's what's different between this floor decking and the floor decking that I talked about earlier. But no longer worrying about the dirt, dust, grime, sand, anything getting in those floor ducts, because we're all underneath. All the ductwork is run through the underbelly, and then all of our heat is coming out of the toe kicks that are there. Then walking this way, we're going back to our standard monitor panel, water pump, awning switch, slide out switch, light switch for your living room, light switch for your hall lights, and then thermostat for your AC. With the air conditioner, we have the 15,000 BTU Whisper Quiet AC system, and then we'll get into this a little bit. This is the Helix AC duct system. So if you look at that, that's a letter H with little V's on the side of it. So what happens is when your air, I'll step back here and we'll explain this. When the air comes out of the vents that are here, the air conditioner is roughly right about there in your ceiling. It's going to come down, hit a flat spot, and then it's going to go into this H system. So when it comes down and hits that side piece that runs north to south in the camper, you can see there it has a little bit of a V. It's a point. So it gives your air less restriction inside, but then it allows more airflow to come out of these vents in the ceiling. So I'm going to get a much quieter system, but then also I'm going to get a lot more cold air in my camper because of that, because I don't have the resistance inside that ductwork until I need the resistance, which is at the very end, at the end there, and at the very end up front. So it allows us to have that. But then all these vents are adjustable, so I can turn them. Then also we can close them. So if I'm back here cooking, I don't want all that cold air blowing in on me. I can close that vent, and then now it's just going to put the rest of the air through the vents in the ceiling. So in the kitchen, living room area, I have 6 ducts. Let me see if we can get this one here. There we go. 6 ducts that are here, and they're all run straight down the side, or straight down the middle. You're going to have an AC duct in the bathroom, and then you're going to have 2 in the bedroom that are up here. And we'll get into the bedroom here in a minute. So 2027, what we changed in our bathroom is 1 retractable shower door now. Take that. That retracts it. So it saved a little bit of money, so a little bit of weight that's there. But then also, this light that's inside here. Let's see if we can flip this around. Hi, me. There's a light that we put inside of the skylight. So it's nice because now I can actually have that just lit up. And if you notice, it's actually, I'm standing at the doorway and it's facing inside the bathroom. So it's not actually going through and pushing that light into the hallway to where if someone is sleeping, it's not keeping people up. So it's actually facing back into the bathroom. So it's not going to be, blinding everybody or keeping people up at night. And then we have the other light that's going to flip right in there. So little things like that they're changing. They have a 30 by 36 shower basin. And then this skylight is huge. I want to say it's about 24 by 30. I mean, it's the whole shower. So, I'm not tall, but I'll stand in here. I'm 5'10" on a good day. And I have about 7 inches to the top of here. So, that puts you at what, 6'5". So you can stand in here and still have room to, lift your arms up. I mean, I can lift both arms up and not hit anything. So it's nice because it is a bigger shower with the skylight that's strategically above us with our LED light that's there. So if it's at nighttime, I can have a shower and not have to worry about having all these extra lights on. But then during the day, it's going to have a ton of light in here because of how big that skylight actually is. But then back in the bathroom, you have your linen closet, which we can access from the bedroom. And you have more storage that's down below down here. Then you're going to have all of our storage that's underneath of our bathroom sink as well. And then there's your other vent that's going to be for your bathroom. Then walking into the bedroom, you're going to have your light switch for your bedroom here, slide out switch that's there, backer for your TV. Then you're going to have your big closet that's here. That's going to be for us. If we ever wanted to put in a washer dryer, we can, because this shelf is just removable. And then all my water lines and everything like that are underneath of that platform and then back behind these 2 big drawers. And again, just to show you, dovetail on the drawers up here. All right, so we're putting them, again, like I said, we're putting these dovetails everywhere we put a drawer. Your big closet that's here for you. 2 more drawers. Another window in the slide out to give us that cross ventilation. Then storage next to the bed, above and below. 110 outlet and USB ports, USB ports, and then they also are going to be on the inverter if you ever decide to get an inverter. Shelf above the bed, and then our storage that's over there. Then they went to a copper cool bed. What that is, it's a new mattress. They just came out with it. I knelt on it, and it actually is it's a pretty comfortable mattress for the RV industry, because we all know they're great mattresses we put in here. I love you guys. But yeah, so it's a nice comfortable mattress. I haven't done that much research on it because I just got this in and we wanted to get a video of it. So I'll have to do some research on it and then let you guys know on the next one we have coming in. And then our storage still underneath of our bed that's down here. So that's going to be, our 24 MLE in a nutshell, and the things that Jayco has changed, you know, for 2027. So not a lot of big changes, a lot of subtle changes for the better for us. And I like the changes, you know, the soft closed doors, the dovetail on the drawers, the bigger refrigerators, a big push. The CRE 3000 on the axles, it's going to tow so much smoother than it has in the past. Then the decals, man, they look good. So, but yeah, if you want to come out and see it, we're at, you know where we're at. We're at 9001 Dunn Road in Hazelwood, Missouri. If you want to call us and ask questions about it, 314-895-4567. If you have any questions or comments, throw them down in the comments. Don't forget that like, that subscribe subscribe button. Can't talk. But then also come in and see why we say go one better, go Apache Village. Until next time, guys, I'll see you soon.